Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Thea 2 The Shattering, where today we're going to be trying a game where we settle off of the starting island. I'm thinking that the Orc Island might be the best, just because you can use more stone in building the idol than any other material. So if we can get over there, we could mine some obsidian, refine it into pure stone, and then use pure stone to build our idol, and that should be a pretty powerful town. We're going to be playing as followers of Horrors today, so nature and magic domains, and the Nocturnal Predator trait, giving our characters increased visibility, wits, range, and destiny at night, but all of those things decrease during the day. This is definitely a lot less powerful than the other god traits. Like, if you compare this to Triglav, right, there's no question. We can summon a werewolf into battle, that's neat, I guess. But basically I just think this is going to be a more challenging start in a whole bunch of ways, so I've elected to keep the difficulty at 150% because of that. This is definitely just going to be a harder game. So let's get in here and figure this out. What do we want to run? We have enough god points saved up that we could unlock just about anything. Getting to start with a Tainted Goblin Shaman would be really powerful, but I don't... At 4 trait cost, that doesn't really seem viable. I don't think we can afford to spend 4 of our 5 points on just this. That said, a Goblin Skirmisher is definitely an interesting idea. Yeah, we haven't gotten a chance to see that many of the Goblin classes, and having a Goblin Adult in the party immediately will mean we can start getting Goblin Children immediately, potentially. That could be powerful. And then, what else do we want? What do we want to take in the Nature slot? We could just start with a Hunter. We can also just start with Children. One of the Children is biased toward becoming a Hunter anyway. And then we could unlock, like, the Royal Snake or the Alpha Wolf. There are definitely advantages to having a beast in your starting crew. There's some beast-only options. There are also specifically some rat options. I'm kind of curious what a royal snake even is. All right, what would we take here for our other cards? I suppose we could buy a nature card instead of doing that. We start with a goat carrying sacks full of mithril. This makes it easier to craft a fast ring or mithril. No, you can't use metal for the totem, never mind. But this would make it easy to craft a fast metal other ring. I don't know that mithril is a great component for it, but you could do that. Demonic Loyalty, Flock of Gatherers. Actually, that one's not too bad. King's Feast, start with all food recipes unlocked. That's not bad either. Extra morale for each 2 different types of food on top of the morale you normally get. Okay, the nature cards actually seem pretty decent. Camped groups have increased gathering range, is kind of whatever, because you could always just split the group in half. I kind of like Flock of Gatherers. Maybe we do Flock of Gatherers and spend our other 2 points on just getting more characters in. Like, let's go ahead and unlock it. We put Flock of Gatherers on, and then we have 2 points left. We could go we could start with a Gatherer or a Warrior. We could start with a Rat and a Scoundrel. I kind of like starting with a Rat and a Scoundrel, just like having a lot of hands and then everybody getting the flat 2.5 Gathering bonus could ease our early game a little bit. And the Rat and the Scoundrel are both, like, okay fighters in the early going. Yeah, let's do that. And then we have a card left over, and that could be gathering tools. It could be start with extra food. There's definitely some value in that. I kind of like the advanced equipment one. I know that taking Flock of Gatherers and then not taking a gathering tools, it seems like we could just play to the linear, especially since the gathering tools are somewhat likely to be percentage-based boosts, and thus more effective with Flock of Gatherers. But it's hard to turn down getting to start with a couple of decent weapons. Alright, let's give this a try. I don't know if this is going to work. This might be one where we get pasted once or twice while we're figuring out a good start. But we're starting with a lot of people. I don't know how good a Goblin Skirmisher is. I'm hoping that they're pretty good. So... Light-footed and agile, will not as tough as typical warriors. They're still fierce and unpredictable. They can have authority issues due to their training in separate autonomous cells. So, what do we want to do? I know there's an achievement for winning the game with a rat as your chosen. And I guess the rat's going to be useful early in the game, and then he's going to fall off a little bit, and maybe the ability to summon a werewolf into combat would actually make that okay. Maybe I do want to do that. Now, the difficulty, or the power of the werewolf, it says on the Nocturnal Predator trait, scales with perception, and he's probably not going to get quite as many... Well, he could end up with okay perception. I kind of want to make the rat the chosen. We haven't had a beast chosen. I don't know if it's going to change anything. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. So we've done a couple of things to up the difficulty here. Hopefully this will be an interesting one. We are the Shadow Stalkers, the Howlers in the Night. Run with the wolves, dance with the stars, etc. Do not fear the darkness, master it, but also be kind of bad at sunlight time. So, if we're talking about potentially... if we're talking about potentially making a pure stone idol, we're talking about 6 advancement points just for the ability to start getting pure stone. That's going to be a bit of a tall task. That's something we're going to have to gather. We didn't start with a raft, so we're going to have to build a boat before we can leave the starting island. Let's see. How's everybody doing? 7.1 gathering on you, 5.3, 4.1. Okay, not bad. Not a bad start. One of the kids can have a spitting spider of their very own, and the other one should probably have the boar. And then we got some armor. I mean, we started with some weaponry. Kaya has 16 points of physical shielding. And the poison throwing dagger skill. And headbutt. Honestly, not a bad set of traits to start with. Okay, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to produce some goblin children, and thus get a goblin tribe thing going. What are you wearing right now? 6 points of shielding. You can definitely afford to upgrade. Actually, this armor is pretty heavy, but we can do this. So Kaya's definitely going to be our main fighter. And then, can one of the kids wear this? We could throw this on the rat, actually. Yeah. The rat has Strength of the Swarm. Does Bogovola? No, she does not. Interesting. Scavengers sometimes start with it and sometimes don't. Okay. So let's have a look around. We want to basically just find trouble to get into for a little while. And we have to keep making food, and preferably we need to find some wood. Actually, we have to find some wood if we're going to be able to build a ship, right? Okay, cook some food. Thank you, Theodore. I know the deal. We want to stop and pull the terrain artifact up right now. I mean, we need advancement points pretty badly, but we only have 7 points worth of food. If we were, or 7 turns worth of food. If we were to camp and gather, yeah, it would take all of that time. Let's just not spend the fire fuel. We might have to fall back and hit those fish. Let's do this real quick. Search the ruins carefully. We can fight the undead. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we're well more than a match for a difficulty 1 challenge. Is that sword anywhere near as good as Kaya's? So Kaya's on a 1.2 with the one-hander. I think I want to keep Kaya. We'll give this to the scavenger. I want to keep Kaya tough. Kaya's sort of our tank. Although again, I don't know how much of that. I don't know whether the auto resolve actually even works that way. Whether it's useful to have a tough character to stand in front of other characters. We don't know what kind of math they do, right? You scour some ruins for loot. You notice you're not the first to arrive. The other group does not see you yet, but this may change at any moment. So I think we're going to be focusing on the nature domain this game, just because Horse is nature and magic, and we did a magic focused run already. There's not really a lot of early nature-based choices, I don't think. Took the time to scout, so now you're in a better position for a tactical attack. I see no reason not to just have at them. If we did the yellow option, I suppose it's possible that we could have gotten some rep with the Slavians. Oh, I should say, because it is true, that we're going to be going for a domination victory this game. We've done the quest victory a bunch of times now. We know how that works. I'm curious about this. We're still going to definitely complete our Divine Path quest, because that gives you a lot of bonuses. I don't know how far we'll push the Lightbringer quest, but I would like to try this at least. So, in the interest of that, friendly with at least 5 factions matters, or we can just... This feels like a lot of running around. It's maybe not that interesting. I think we can probably do this with a little bit less busy work. So, we care about reputation. Ooh, difficulty 3 yellow challenge. I don't think we're up to the task yet. Well, we can at least gather some meat here. That's pretty rough, though. Takes us a long time to do that. Okay. We'll try to help this man out. Yep, huge snake, and then there's a bear. Nope, black cat. We didn't even get the bear. Okay, this time it is indeed an older man. I was kind of looking forward to fighting that bear, because I thought we'd be able to get meat from it. Alright, so, Radagast. I'm assuming that this is the, one of the kids is biased warrior, the other one's biased hunter. We definitely could use a hunter. You do already know reliable argument. Oh, she's both beautiful and attractive. Rat, what do you know? You do have showing off. I think we ought to try to lean a little yellow here, just so that we can get to the point where we can actually talk to the Slavians. And then Kaya, it seems to me Kaya probably wants to be gaining red stats, strength in particular, but I'll take a point of wits. Okay, here we go. You fall into an underground tunnel, realize it's full of rats, tell your fellow vermin you're only here to say hi and leave them be. Okay, we got a gift from them, but that gift did not have any food in it. So we're definitely going to have some problems with food. Because we don't gather food quickly enough. Like, we gather food at the same speed we eat it at, it looks like. Which is obviously a real problem. Alright, we've come across the caravan of traders. One of them is the guy. I think we should be able to pass a difficulty to yellow if we're smart about it. Given the summonables and everything. You know what? Let's resolve this manually. I think I can maybe do better than that. So we have a couple of people who have reasonable attacks. Keep in mind, Rat has Strength of the Swarm, so we're going to want to play that pretty early. That guy does 5 yellow damage. I'm going to try to have the Scavenger block, but I think I'm going to just pass the turn. We're going to play a second copy of the Rat. Boy, they do have a lot of sanity, don't they? So, the boar is summonable in yellow challenges, and we're definitely going to put the boar in front of some of these people. Alright, the rats are going to end up, or the 2 copies of the same rat are going to end up pretty powerful before the end of this. That hammer blow right there is actually a real shame. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, I think what we probably do here is play a second copy of her. Here? Well, I probably just want to let the boar do the thing, right? If we play the boar here... I guess it'll die during the first round, because it has 10 health, right? We just don't have a ton of options for anything other than standing in the front row. Maybe what we do is like play Poison Throwing Dagger here. And then Boar for 1 action point and... Not really sure. I would like to play... I would like to play more cards, because obviously the more stuff we get down, the more powerful the rats are. But we have to be pretty careful here not to lose anybody. I think I am going to end up with a slightly worse outcome than the auto-resolver. This guy having the hammer attack really complicates things. Alright, I'm going to play Kaya. with a headbutt. Well, if I'm playing Kaya, I may as well just play Throwing Dagger. Well, okay, I'm going to play Kaya with the Throwing Dagger. The real shame is, this is the guy I want to hit, obviously. And that is not going to be trivial. Let's play Kaya with the Throwing Dagger here. And then we don't want to play Radagast. I think we're just going to end up with an extra point. The boar can be summoned next turn. So yeah, like our options are play boar and pass with a point up, or play boar and also have Radagast get killed. So I guess we're going to do it this way. And we may as well let them play another card before we do our thing. Okay. Not great. Rats got up to 16 though. And they're fairly early. So we will kill that guy before his second attack, which is important. It is super weird for the rats to be saying, haha. Okay, rat sanity a little bit lower than I would like. But the Scavenger has done an admirable job of tanking here. And they're pretty much out of good cards. So we definitely need to get the rat established. I don't know if we want to play a second copy of it. I'm just thinking like in terms of not making ourselves too vulnerable. They only have 2 cards left. Yeah, I'm just going to play 1 copy of the rat. We can still use the boar to tank for some damage here. We have to be careful not to get her hit again either. It's pretty vital. So right now, the goblin slows this enemy down past the rat speed. It's hard to know what the right move is here. I think I'm just going to play another one of these. Okay, so that guy's on 13. Pretty sure he's dead. I don't think he's actually going to get to do anything at all. I am worried about losing the rat though, for sure. We're going to be able to do that. I guess I can pretty safely play this reliable argument here, since we're going to play boar there anyway. Yeah, that boar can absorb a lot of damage. Yeah, and that attack is so late as to be irrelevant. Okay. Well, I did not outperform the auto-resolve. I'll tell you what, that rat is a damn hero. Also, that rat needs a name. Okay. Leader stops him with a raised hand. You're clearly angered by my son's cowardice, rightfully so. Alright. Thank him for the reward. We don't have a lot. I guess we should trade. If they have any food, we kind of have to take it, right? So we can trade like some basic craft materials that we doubt we'll use. I think it's unlikely that I get any use out of this clay. We actually could generate quite a bit of trade value with our clay. Yeah, but they have almost nothing I want. I'll do this. This is fine. I guess I can take my bones back. Yeah. Alright, pretty happy to see that. A lot less happy to see some of the other stuff that's happening here. If the rat dies now, obviously that's very bad for us. You know what I didn't check is, how long are we looking at until the kids grow up? Because once the kids grow up, we're going to be a lot more stable. 22 turns and 35 turns. And this one started with Lucky Sod. That's actually pretty good. for a kid. Okay, Kaya. This sword is an upgrade. Strictly better. So it might be worth it for us to build some gathering tools. It looks like we could only make them out of wood, unfortunately, and we kind of have to be careful about that. That's a lot of wood, too. That would be almost all of our wood to build that. Alright, if we see sources of leather and wood, we can try to put stuff together. Alright, come on, rat. Don't go insane. Okay, cool. Let's hang out here for another turn. We may as well finish gathering this food. And we're just like looking for ruins and stuff. We may as well go fishing. Seems very doable. I don't think that group of scavengers is going to be a problem. So if we put people on fishing and then we put the second best group of people on the terrain artifact, it turns out to be the children somehow. 9 turns. I'm wondering if we do just sit here and gather this. Because we're gathering fish at exactly the same speed that we're eating the fish. Although I guess it would be better to be here, because I could be gathering wood at the same time. Well, whatever. Let's let everybody do this thing. Okay, the scavengers just want to go straight at it. We should be able to win. Difficulty 2 red challenge. Hold on. We should be able to do better than that. Red challenges are the ones that we're like actually reasonably good at. So I mean, as ever, let's start by putting down the rat. Get that that scavenger, or that strength of the swarm bonus going. Rat very slightly faster than this wolf. I'm definitely worried about 11 damage from the wolf. So we have to get the rat's damage up to 14, or we have to play somebody else who's definitely going to be able to kill the wolf. The rat's going to get hit twice before the wolf goes, the second time. We don't really have a lot of slowdown moves that can be just cast, right? A lot of the slowdowns we have are slowdown on hit, which is pretty unfortunate. Let's see, if I played this... Play you here. Okay. 7.8. Our 7.8 is slower than their 7.8, sadly. I was thinking we want to just put as many people on the table as possible, basically. So we could do some summons. We just got to get the wolf's damage up. If you're doing 7... the rat, rather. If you're doing 7, the rat still has to do 21 damage to prevent the wolf from hitting a second time, which means we got to make it to 12. Or 11. We have to make it to 11. I don't know if we can actually do that, even. Well, I could use Kaya to cast 7 red shielding onto the rat. Put us at 14 to 9. You'd at least survive the first 2 resolution phases. I think I'm going to go ahead and just play you here. Okay, it helps for him to have put down a second example of that card. Spitting Spider goes in the back. And we don't have to play the Spitting Spider now. I have 2 action points with which to do something else. Yes, we really should do a headbutt, huh? This should have been a headbutt. I was just thinking, if the tie break on the speed had worked out our way, it being a sword strike would have had that extra value. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll play the 2 animals with the other 2 action points. So let's go... Spitting Spider here. I think this is going to be enough damage. And Boar there. The Boar gets to absorb 2 entire attacks. Oh, and also some Guy. Actually, this is kind of bad now. Yeah, because now we can't trust this attack to hit that wolf anymore. I wasn't really thinking about that. This attack not hitting that wolf means that the rat is going to go sub-zero probably. In fact, definitely. Nope, it was exactly enough. The spider's dealing bonus damage to wounded targets, right? Because of the poison. Okay, that was not great, but it wasn't so bad. Kaya is still absolutely in position to do some real damage. Trying to figure out how likely I think it is that if I play her here, she gets hit again. I think we can make that pretty unlikely. She's faster than the wolf is, and we can put a spitting spider behind her. We should be able to knock him out. I really don't want to play the rat again if we can avoid it. We'll play you, though. Okay, and then... Am I going to play this child into combat? Is that what's going to happen? Oh, I want to play spider and boar. So that leaves us with one action point, which... I mean... Yes, we could play rat. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the turn. Let's let them play another card. Okay. That mattered a lot, because if they didn't play a card in this position, then we could safely play rat here without any fear of getting hit. That guy's only going to hit for 2. What was my max HP was 9. We go down to 3. We are under 30%, but if it is indeed true that healing at the beginning of the turn happens before the death check, the rat will be back over threshold health. No, he won't, actually, because he'll get hit for 2 twice. Yes, the rat will be down to 1. And we actually can't play the kid with the hammer as much as I would like to. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think we can safely play the rat. Put you down here. We play boar here. So we've got this wolf's number. It is a real shame. I should have played the boar here. That was stupid. I just, like, wasted an attack, basically. But I think with this resolution, it should be the case that nobody in the party can die. And this is a somebody in the party lost half or more of their HP result, but we don't actually know if it was better or worse than the one the game would have given us. With your low wisdom, reliable argument doesn't seem great. And honestly, brute force is a little bit better for you. It scales off of intelligence instead of wisdom. Alright, so do we want to get up and move? Yeah, do we want to get up and move so that we can be gathering wood? Do we want to stay here one more turn so that we can gather fish more effectively? I want to get into the good position as quickly as possible, but you know what, with that pack of scavengers there... How are we doing on sanity? We're mostly full. Wonder if engaging with the scavengers might give us a chance to talk to them. Let's intimidate them. I think we should be able to do a difficulty 2 yellow. Wow. Okay, resolve manually. Have I completely doomed us? I do not like how narrow the battlefield is here. Okay, they also have Strength of the Swarm. So... And the good news is we're faster than they are, and our attacks slow them on top of that. Okay, that sucks. That guy has 23 sanity, and hammer strikes for 7. Yep, retreat. That's a loss for sure. Threats don't work. You are beaten and chased away. And it doesn't even despawn them when it absolutely... It should, because if you have to take that option, you can't fight them. So like we're just completely at their mercy now. Yeah, that really sucks. I thought we were going to be able to get there, but they have too many guys who are threats. Okay, a difficulty 1 red challenge should be pretty doable. Do I want to play the rat? I don't think I do. Again, with the table being so narrow here, I think playing the rat's really dangerous. Let's start like this. Okay, I think I'm going to play a second copy of you. That guy does 12 damage. This is a difficulty 1 challenge. Guy does 12 damage. Alright, well, gotta kill him. So this is gonna be where the boar goes. Yeah, we don't have any ranged attacks. So the spider goes here, boar goes there, and then we just don't do anything with 2 of our points? Because we don't know any abilities at all. The rat can summon a werewolf, but doing so puts us in a pretty dangerous place. And again, maybe we need it. That doesn't solve the problem. Like, we already have enough characters to fill all the slots. Yeah, I think we just play these 2 and pass. Yo, this sucks. Not a single usable ability. The good news is, the Goblin Skirmisher is like very good. The bad news is, he's going to get hit for 24 damage in a second here because this wolf is the greatest combatant in the history of time, and there's nothing we can do about that. And the stupid boar is going to prevent us from even killing the wolf. Okay. So they have 4 cards left, and we are in grave danger. I think the play here is rat twice and then Kaya in this slot. That's the best we can do. Shield bonus is equal to 20% of the caster's own shielding. I was going to say, that was higher, wasn't it? But yeah, that's why. So I'm just going to end the turn so that I can play the rat again, and... Jesus Christ, they're so fast, too. That's a big part of what makes this so difficult. Well, the good news is, the boar has a guaranteed kill, right? So I'm going to play Rat Bite again. And then we could have you fight from the back. The spider has a guaranteed kill too. We don't necessarily have to play boar this time. We could play like her. Not really a lot more damage. The horizontal sweep weapon attack would be a lot better if the wolf wasn't already going to die at the beginning of the round. So it really is just about raw damage, and if it's about raw damage, weirdly enough, it's this small child that we want to play. I guess we can play you totally safely. Okay, so now... want to play like an ability or something? Because the spider doesn't have to go down until next turn. I guess we could just play shields up on the... Is that really the best option? I don't know. Kaya has poison throwing dagger. Okay, and they have done the foolish thing. And so we get to play spider here. Okay. Spider instantly kills the wolf, and then we just tear their hand apart. Yeah, having summonable combat pets is really valuable in the early going. 21 meat and 8 berries. That's awesome. Actually, really, really good. We're doing a terrible job. Who is this other scavenger party? That was... The fight we just had was them, wasn't it? I thought it was. Okay, so I'm going to let rituals and research just hold off on that for a minute. You definitely take Gatherer. You know, at this point in the game, the luck is still probably worthwhile, even for an adult, because it increases XP gains. So we're in pretty dire health position. Our sanity is okay. I think we probably have to run away, though. I don't think we actually have the option of staying in a place where those scavengers can affect us next turn. And yeah, no point in putting people on research. We're certainly not going to research. Again with this. Okay, a perfect victory. I'll take it. They're certainly bringing me food. I was gonna try to get to, 50 rep with somebody at some point here, but apparently not them. The good news is, all of this conflict is definitely feeding us advancement points, or rather research points. So we probably can't make friends with the scavengers anymore. We can still be friends with the Slavians. Maybe let's just abandon this part of the... I really want to get wood in that terrain artifact and everything, but it's not a realistic option at the moment. We are too weak. That's alright, we're working on it. And hey, it's nighttime. Let's all just be super happy about the nighttime. So over here somewhere, there's a land bridge that leads to more terrain. And we actually have enough gathering now that we're getting food in a single turn, which makes a big difference. Oh, it turns out there's nothing over here. Sanity regeneration, slow as always. Okay, yep. Check out an abandoned house, I'm on it. Of course, the abandoned house had to be in the wrong direction. We'll just chill here and gather some fish. We're actually probably doing alright on morale. We'll keep getting to pick up different kinds of food. Alright, try to leave, just kill her. Serious injuries. I pressed the button too quickly there. I should definitely have done that manually. I didn't anticipate us taking any damage on that, because why would we? Sudden storm catches you off guard. Lightning bolts cut through the sky. Alright, respect nature's anger and seek shelter. Let's just try not to get hit by lightning, huh? Alright. Praise the gods. Alright, is there cooking to do? We should definitely be thinking about cooking at least. Yeah, this helps to extend our food supplies pretty considerably. Not to mention the morale effects. Alright, we're really not recovered. Why is Bogavola's health... Oh, right, the witch thing. It's so ridiculous that we would have taken that much damage during the witch fight. I had already forgotten that it happened, because it can't have happened. Alright, I'm not a big fan of fighting the bees. Yeah, because of this crap. I have 9 speed and 12 true damage and also strength of the swarm. We, literally can't beat that guy. So that's a concern. What we can do is use... Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll play the same guy 3 times here. And we can use the strength of the swarm. Or not the strength of the swarm. We could use the summoned animals to absorb some early attacks. Just try to get to enough damage. It does shield and hit points at the same time. But Kaya's still the right call. Just because Kaya does so much, has so much health. And then... we're in this awkward position again where I don't really want to use our other characters. I'm going to pass the turn. Let's see where they played the third of that bee. Oh, they played a different bee. Interesting. Actually really bad for us. Because that bee being there means that the rats don't hit this guy on the first turn. Which kills us? I think that's killed us. We can block one of these shots with the boar, another one with the spider. It's maybe... we might not be actually dead, but we're close for sure. So we play spider here. Plus boar here. That'll get both of them. And then... here's a problem. As it stands right now, this thing is going to absorb both of the rat attacks on the first turn, but I think that's really bad. I think we have to play her, because we have to get the rat up to at least 13 damage. He's acting on 12. I think this works out okay. Yeah, them playing a slow version of that bee in that position totally killed them. That was a horrible move. Even if they hadn't done that, though, I think that was going to work out okay. I think the scavenger was going to take 1 hit, but it was survivable. Okay. Now, let's try again to get over here. Oh, Jesus. So there's some kind of massive hive over there. That's pretty bad. I'm going to step back away from them. They can't see us, probably. Remember, we can only see them because we have enhanced vision at night due to our god. So I'm hoping that they will not be able to come after us on that. We really need them not to be able to come after us. We should do a little bit of cooking while we're here. Oh, sorry. Fish and herbs makes grilled fish. So you work on that, and then actually, hold on. The kid helps with this, and that'll let us also make fish cakes. Wow, that's so many wild animals! Somebody ends up below 0. The thing is, I think that this is actually probably right. We should try, but yeah, this is harsh, man. Alright, we definitely want to play rat first. Okay, we have the speed advantage. He has 23 damage. It's not really surmountable, but they might make another, like, incredible mistake. So let's see. That guy's acting on 11. How are we going to... How are we going to make this matter? This one acting on 9 is very hard to deal with. And these bees should maybe not even be present in difficulty 2 challenges. They're so powerful. I'm trying to think if there's any chance that we could just get him down. If we play 6 points of poison damage here. Play the spitting spider here. Poison damage does 35 bonus, or 35% bonus after the spitting spider hits, so we'll be able to get for like 6 plus 3 plus whatever we get the rat up to, and then the rat gets hit lethally and dies, and our shielding is not effective against it. Yeah, I don't know if this is... I don't know if we can do this. So we may as well just put the spider down, I guess. Well, if we're going to do anything else, we should do that first. You can put her here. And then with our last 2 points, we go... Oof, that sucks. With our last 2 points, we go... Spitting spider plus boar. And then we're going to hit for 3. Actually, I think we're going to get there. Yeah, we're totally going to just barely get there. The spider hits for 3. Then, oh no, that other bee being played there, making the poison dagger miss, kills us. Yeah, we were going to be fine until that. Well, okay, so we're not certain that the rat will die. If the rat does die, I'm just gonna go ahead and fold up the run, and we'll try again with with maybe a different setup. Or maybe we'll just try again with the same setup. Because to be perfectly honest with you, it's not actually... I think having to start by a bunch of bees is kind of anomalous in that, like, it's so much less dangerous to start near any other group of enemies. Let's see here. We should be good, right? I guess this guy's going to get an attack off no matter what we do, but there's no way it's going to be enough to pierce the armor. I think we're just good. Then we can put her down. Yeah, I don't know that it matters too much what we do from here. Okay, and then we put down just the boar. I don't think we need the spider this turn. I don't think it ends up making too much difference. Either one of them is sufficient to get the kill. Got up to 16. Getting to start with all of this armor was really nice. It's actually a little annoying though that the boar hits the only target that doesn't have 3 health. Okay. So the rat chosen is Sub-Zero and... Okay. So yeah, we have the option to pay 2 lives to return the 1, or we could burn the Cosmic Seed to return the chosen. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we'll just fold this one up and try again tomorrow, maybe. Because obviously, at this point, losing 2 party members is... It's not necessarily going to kill us, but it's going to slow us down by so much that, like, in terms of actual human time, it'll be way faster just to start a new game. That sucks. That sucks. The bees are, bees are way more powerful than the other early game monsters. If you end up fighting a bunch of like boars or rats or something, even the rats having Strength of the Swarm aren't so bad, because in that situation we could shield off a hit or two from them, but the huge amount of true damage is very hard to deal with. So I think that's going to be it for us for today. Sorry everybody, this was sort of an abortive attempt, but come back next time tomorrow. We're going to be trying basically the same thing, maybe a little modification, but mostly just hoping we don't start next to a huge beehive. And we'll see you then.